All right, welcome everyone. We're so excited. We're going to start a 90-day challenge. We're giving you a challenge, but for me, I call it a 90-day run because when I have a challenge, I run. I don't walk. And I'm excited to do this and run till the end of 2025 so that we can all have an amazing 2026. So I'm going to just start real quick. My name is Collie Butler. I have been in Social X since it was formerly CTFO. I have been part of this company for 2.5 years because they have this incredible technology that I had to be a part of. When I heard about this technology, I was kind of blown away, nano emulsion, but I'm all about the mangosteen. And I said, it's great technology, but if you don't have mangosteen, I'm not interested. And guess what? They kind of fast tracked. Well, it actually took about 6 months. They didn't fast track as fast as they did for Pat with moringa. It took about 6 months to get mangosteen, but the moment that mangosteen became available, that xantho mist, the moment it was launching, I joined that day, and it was very exciting. And of course, a whole lot of people's lives have changed. And then with that same technology coming out with glutathione and the glutamist, that was awesome. And now with moringa, it's like the trifecta. It's very exciting. So I'm going to just take a quick moment. I'm going to share my screen. I just want to share something real quickly with you because I'm not sure how many of you know, in our back offices at Social X, when we log in, and over on the left-hand column, you'll see something that says my marketing sites. And there's a lot of different marketing sites. I've got a marketing site for xanthamist. I've got a marketing site for glutamist. I have a marketing site for this, that, and the other. But the Just Push Play is my very favorite because if I just want to share a single product, guess what? Our product video has that single product in it and more. And if I want to share the opportunity, we have those as well. And so this site right here is my favorite because I can share it with everybody, whether or not I only want to talk about mangosteen. Maybe somebody, from the past that loves mangosteen, and tell them about our mangosteen products. Say, let me send you my site. The second video is about all of our products, and you'll learn there's 3 products with this amazing technology, but the xanthomist is the one with the mangosteen. And they'll watch the whole video and they'll watch all the products, and then they'll come back to me and ask me questions about the shapes or the shape and burn or whatever. So I love it. And then maybe they check out step 1 and they meet our founder, and he's pretty awesome. And when he talks to you like from the heart, you get that, we're a little different than a lot of the companies with all the hype. And then they're curious, oh, what do you mean compensation plan for my wealth? What's that all about? And I check out the video to see about money. So no matter what you're sharing, this one's wonderful. And all of our sites are our site name socialx.com/just-push-play. And we got this. Stu loves this. Back in the day, he, was teaching people how to be successful, right? How do I do the business? How do I do the business? And he would teach just push play. You don't have to learn the presentations. You don't have to do that. You just have to send people the information and just push play and let them watch the videos. And that's the duplicatable system. So with that, I am going to stop sharing my screen because I'm going to turn over some time to Pat Anderson, who I just have to say, I fell in love with Pat, probably the number one Isagenix person. I'm not Isagenix, Zija person, when Zija first acquired Zango, because she was a lot like me in her passion for helping people, very passionate about the product, and just really wanting to change lives. And of course, that includes financially for most of us, but for some people, maybe not. And whether or not it was a customer, whether or not it was a small-time, part-time distributor, or whether or not it was somebody who wanted to earn 5 figures or more a month, Pat was all about connecting with them and helping them and meeting them at their level, which I loved. And she embraced our team, even though she didn't earn a dime. Well, a global bonus pool, she earned a dime off of our team, but she was still just willing to help us with that whole transition and teach us about this amazing moringa mist. And so we've stayed connected all these years, and neither one of us have been happy in the past several years. But here she is, and I'm so excited. And here many of you are as a result of her and then her leaders, and they're inviting you and you're inviting people, and it's just super fun. And moringa has just begun. So over to you, Pat.
Awesome, Collie. Thank you so much. And, I'm just so happy that we kept in contact so that I was able to learn all about this company, because without you, I would not have known they existed. So guys, tonight I'm just going to talk a little bit about setting your goals and accountability. The first thing is do you have your goals wrote down? How many of you do? How many of you are going to be truthful and say and tell me that they're wrote down, or do you just keep them in your head? Well, we all know that if we keep them in our head, we're not going to actually fulfill our goals. So get them down on pieces of paper. I like to get them down on sticky notes also. What do you want to do with your sticky notes? Put them around your office, put them on different parts of your desk so that you're looking at it. What about, put them on your mirror in your bathroom, wherever it is, put them around the house. So you're always looking at, oh, I got to do this week. This is my goal for this week. Whatever it is, you want to be seeing it. Okay. I want you to write down your short-term goals. What are you going to be doing this week? Today. All right. Today was the first day of our 90-day challenge. Well, I went out there and I worked hard, but it was because of what I'd been doing over the last couple of weeks that it came to fruition today. What are your midterm goals? To me, what midterm goals would be is our 90-day run, 90-day challenge. What is your goals for that? And of course, what is your long-term goals? Where do you want to be in the next 5 years? And, if you don't know how to do it, guess what? There are books that'll help you. Go Google how to write your goals. But the most important person to talk to is your sponsor or your upline somewhere. They will help you write them down, and realistic ones. If you reach too high and you can't get it, you're going to be discouraged. So make your goals realistic, especially those short-term goals. Okay. So what about accountability? You need to be talking to your sponsor or your upline every single day. It's this consistency part. It is so important. I don't want you to go and talk to them and spend an hour, like Reed and I do. No, you don't need to do that. But, doing a voice text saying, okay, I reached out to so many people. I'm sending them the videos. Are you going to be free in the next couple of days? If I get a hold of them, that we can do a 3-way phone call or Zoom. Are you there to help me? Like, keep in touch so that your sponsor knows what you're doing, and maybe they can help you tweak some things, whatever it is. If your sponsor knows, they're going to get involved with you to help you be able to close those prospects. The system works, everybody. It's been around for a long time, and it works. Pique their interest. I'm going to go back to old school here. Pique a person's interest. How do you do that? Hey, are you open to hearing about a new technology I just came across? Pass them a tool. Collie just gave you the tool. Pass them to your upline. Okay, it's that simple. You got to do it. Val, she keeps me busy doing 3-way calls and Zooms and stuff like that, along with a bunch. Candace, today we were totally busy doing that. So very easy. Be accountable to somebody. All right, get your goals wrote. Reed is going to come on right now, and Reed has been my business partner. How many years now? I can't remember. 8 or 9 years now. And we do talk every day. It's Sunday, but lately it's even been on Sunday because we're so excited about Social X. And that's usually a no-no for us. And I just learned so much from Reed all the time because he's got so many years of experience. And I'm not meaning to make you feel old, Reed, but you do. You have more experience than some of the people who are alive on this call. Okay. So he's going to talk about what we're doing for this 90-day challenge. So Reed, the call is yours.
All right. Thank you, Pat. And I resemble those remarks. Okay, good. Charles always tells me I'm the same age as his father, except I can run circles around his father, I'm sure. So anyway, so Collie, I'm going to let you put those numbers up there for me. In the meantime, I'm just going to say that the bottom line here is that nobody has to be overworked to do this. Nobody has to jump in on a full-time basis like we all are. This is a 90-day run, okay? Got 12 weeks. Now, I've always said 3 to 6 months, anybody can do anything, okay? Beyond that, you got to take a breath and then go run again. But so we're only asking people to do one thing, and that's sponsor one person a week. Okay, one a week. That means the average person would talk to 5 people a week, one every single day. You probably sponsor one of them, at least as a customer, right? And so week 1, you get in, you sponsor one. Yeah, that's good. You got 2. Now week 2, you both sponsor one. Now you have 4. Week 3, four people sponsor one. You've got 8. Week 4, first month, you got 16. Okay, it's coming along. It's not rifle shots here, but it's going really, really good. Week 5, 16 times 1 is 32. Okay, 16 people sponsoring one. Week 6, 16 or 32 people sponsoring one, 64. Follow the math right down. After 12 weeks, you've got 2,000 people. If everybody sponsored one, you got 4,096. Now I know that's not reality. I know that. We don't do these things geographically. It just doesn't work, or geometrically. This doesn't work out that way. But what if some person just went nuts? Just did a whole bunch, and other people just did one occasionally. What if it only worked some of the time? If somebody got on this thing and did just one product, $45 a hit times 4,000 people, that's $184,000, averaging about 7%, give or take a little bit there on the regular bonuses. That's $12,000, almost $13,000. Anybody here use an extra $13,000? Out of 4,000 people did $100. I'm one of those guys who's been pushing the dynamic duo. I think that's the most amazing set of products I've ever had until Moringa showed up. Now we got the trifecta, right? We had an awesome. Excellent. So $100, it's $28,000. If somebody did 135, $38,000. If everybody just sponsored one every week. Now, what if it was only 25% that good? What if only 1 out of 4? It's still really good. It's still really, really good. Not everybody's going to be a superstar. This program can provide you simplicity and consistency. If you just talk to like one person every day, 2 people every day, whatever you're willing to do. You don't have to be me. You don't have to talk to thousands of people a day. I don't either, but I talk to a lot of people, and so it's important that we reach out. If you've got a job full time, obviously you got other things to do. But what happens if you just get 1 or 2 people in a day and said, "Hey, I want you to look at something"? Then the push play right now. Okay, I did that wrong, didn't I? What's that called? Yeah, that new
Just
deal.
push play. You got it.
Yeah, just push play. It's awesome. And you go through the steps and they get in as a customer, or they buy it, or they get into the business, whatever. That's up to them. But it's so easy to send out a couple of videos every day. This is not hard. Okay. And so now the last part of that is bonuses. That's not including bonuses. They got the rank up bonuses and all that. That bonus, if you actually did that, the bonuses would be almost $90,000, $89,250 in bonuses. Now, who couldn't use that? There again, what if it was only 1/4 that good? Who couldn't use 20,000, 25,000, plus all those things? So listen to me. Get on track of doing something. You don't do a lot, do something every single day. Plug them into all of us. Let us help you with them. Don't try to wild duck it and be the Lone Ranger here. Okay. We're all here to help. Okay. One a day, every day. Sponsor one a week, whatever it takes for you to sponsor one a week, get on that track. Okay. It will be so worth it. 90 days from now, 6 months from now, it'll blow your mind. Blow your mind. So anyway, I'm excited. You guys excited? I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Okay. So I think am I turning this back to you, Collie?
Nope, over to Fred.
Over to Fred. Take over, buddy. You're muted.
Okay, now it's my turn. Oh, this little sign popped up on the screen says unmute yourself. Okay, folks, I'm gonna be real quick here, and this is so important to understand. What Reed was showing you is what the value. It's not you getting 4,000 customers. It's you getting how to get a handful and teaching them how to get a handful. I know when I first started looking at this industry as a cross-country truck driver, it was impossible for me to understand how these people could make so much money. But if you got 4,000 people in your organization ordering, a few products every month, that's how you get these extraordinary incomes. Now, what I want to share with you is the significance of the time that we're in right now. We're in the last quarter of the year. In the multi-level calendar, there are cycles. Like in most businesses, some businesses have to do, 80% of their volume during the Christmas month, or they won't make it, right? Because they do most of their volume during Christmas. Other people do most of their volume, during the summer times. And, ski resorts have to do all their volume in the winter. In network marketing, we don't really have that situation. We have a psychological, momentum. All right. January 1, the first quarter of the year, has historically been the greatest volume opportunity in the network marketing calendar. And it's all psychological. It has nothing to do with the winter or the summer or whatever. First of the year comes along. People are, closing the books on the last year. They're opening the books for the new year, and they're making New Year's resolutions. And the two greatest New Year's resolutions are to make more money. We're not going to live next year like we lived last year. And a commitment to their health, lose weight, improve their health, improve their diet. The two greatest New Year's goals. And it's the two greatest things that we can offer them with the Social X opportunity and products. Now, here's the challenge. Some of you are going to fall asleep in the next 90 days. Some of you are going to start planning for Halloween in a week. I mean, I just before we come on here, I had to do my walk, right? And there's people putting up Halloween decorations already. It's still September. Some of you are going to get past Halloween and you're going to lose November planning for Thanksgiving. It's going to be 3 or 4 weeks before Thanksgiving. And see, that's okay because you're in your own business. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. But I'm going to tell you, if you take this 90-day challenge and you build some momentum leading up into the first of the year, you will walk into the most productive quarter of the network marketing calendar with full-blown momentum. And I want you to think about this. What Reed was saying is, will every single person you get one person a month for the next, or one person a week for the next 12 weeks? No, some aren't going to get any. Okay. Some will get one, some will get two, some will get 10. All right. You just don't know. But what if you had the choice, and it is your choice right now? You can start January 1 with 1 or 2 or 3 people on your team, and then go after the most productive 90 days in the MLM calendar. Or what if you walked into January 1 with 10 or 100 or 200 serious people? And I guarantee you, only 3 or 4 of those serious people might be yours. The rest are going to come on down line, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 levels. That's the nature of this business. What if you had 100 or 200 people that were all sharing the Social X message? You would have a gangbuster business. And I'm going to give you a real life example. In 2008, I started flat-footed, January of 2008, my previous company. We had a Moringa product. I had to work hard because I didn't have anybody working with me. And a couple months later, Pat Anderson joined the team. And I kept working hard the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter. And by the fourth quarter, that last quarter of the year equaled in income what the first 3 quarters of the year was. It's because I had to create the momentum. But I walked into the beginning of the next year with full-blown momentum. And that second year was 5x the income of the first year. You have an opportunity right now to set up 2026 to be the greatest financial blessing that you and your family could ever possibly imagine. I mean, a couple of us can imagine because we've been there, we've done that, right? But I'm talking to the majority of you. And it's 1 person a week. I'm not telling you to change your life. 1 person a week. And then help them get 1 person a week. If you're willing to do that, and all I can ask you to do is just trust me on this. Okay? Trust me on this. If you're willing to do that for the next 90 days, It will change your life in 2016. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to hand it back to Collie. I think that's what I'm supposed to do.
Wow, awesome, Fred. Thank you so much for that. And yes, um, 90 days, we can change our life. We can sponsor people a day. I'm a numbers person. I mean, a week. I'm a numbers person. So I like to know, what do I need to do? You need to sponsor one people a week. Um, how many people will you have to talk to sponsor one people a week? It could be one person. It could be the one person that you share and they're interested. Of course, you don't have to stop there then. You can get a second or a third. We can do more. More is always better, but one person we can make that commitment. And who's that person? It's somebody who doesn't just want to use the products and be a customer, but also share with other people and build a business. And all we're asking for is 12 weeks. It's 12 weeks, bringing in one person a week, one of the right people, a person who will make that same commitment. And wow, and we've done these before and they're just so powerful. And yeah, the end of the year, in December, when we get closer to the holidays and people are telling me, get back to me at the first of the year because it's the holidays. I say, I get you totally. Yeah. You can still bring in people. If they say they don't want to bring in anybody, so well, that's fine. I understand you don't want to do the business, but you could share with a few people and just bring in one person a week, right? That is a small amount of effort. So when you present it right, even over the holidays, it could be an absolutely incredible, great time to build. And so we have a page on the website, which we sent you to, that had the link to join. We will do more calls. We will have the recording for this because many of you joined after that we got started. Some of you just joined in the last 3 minutes. So we'll make sure that we have that call that's available to you, that we'll do some additional calls. There'll be all kinds of fun things happening. Moringa Mist, available to order now, shipping the beginning of October. I am so excited about that. Thank you to all of you leaders that have been using and sharing Moringa products for years, because you are going to lead the way to teach everybody about this amazing product and lead the way to the future of this company. So with that, Pat, I'm going to just turn it back to you to close.
Awesome. Thank you, Collie, so much. Okay, guys, this is important. You need to tell your sponsor if you want in. We're not going chasing anybody. Okay, this is not what it's about. We're going to run with or without you. We want to run with you though. So if you want to do it, I hope to hear from every single one of you that you have called your enroller, your sponsor, and let us know. Okay, this is really important. We'll put your name down. We're going to work with you. All right, we're going to work so hard with you to help you achieve these goals. So with that, I already started today. Today was a really good day, but I thought this was my first day to do this because it's Wednesday, right? It's the first day of the week, and we are running for 90 days starting today. And there's a whole pile of you that actually, congrats, Jerry. He got Builder Manager 7 today. He did it, and there was a whole bunch more that got a bunch in. And I'll never keep up with Reed. I think he's over 40 now. Oh my gosh, he's going crazy, but I'm trying. Okay. So once again, please let the leaders know what you want to do. So thank you, Fred. Thank you, Reed, and let's go get them. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. See you at the top.